Hello, a Rosie math teacher coming at you from my third period accelerated 7th grade math class, where today we are focusing on area of circles, lesson 9-2, textbook page 119. I have asked everyone in this room to write down a reminder of circumference equals pi d, as well as the new rule for today, area equals pi r squared, or my highly recommended way, pi times r times r. Now I have taught the kids an amazing little song that will help them remember. It goes like this. Circumference equals pi times di, or pi times 2 radii. Area equals pi r squared, or pi times r. Remember this annoying, cringy song whenever you also need to find the value of circumference, or diameter, or area, or radius. Use the appropriate formula and find your missing value. Guys, today we're going to start by looking at the instructions above number 1. For exercises 1 through 7, where does this instruction end? Number 7. So mark for yourselves the instructions we follow beginning in item 1. We will follow all the way through item 7. Number 1, it says we are going to use 3.14 for pi, and if necessary, we will round our answer to the nearest what? Hundredth. So everyone please make note of those reminders. Let's go to item number 1. Find the area of the circle. Now, ask yourself, are they giving us the radius or are they giving us the diameter? Say it please.
Radius.
Radius is correct. Remember yesterday, we reminded you to think of your short teacher as a reminder that radius is the shorter of the 2 lines that go through a circle. And it is exactly what fraction of the diameter? Say it. 1/2. Excellent. What is the measurement of this radius, class? 7.1 meters. So over to the side, write the formula needed in order to solve this particular item. A equals, what are you choosing to write? Pi
times r to the 6th power.
Okay, we can use either one. He just said area equals pi times r to the 2nd power. So let's try that one on this particular item. Now class, what are we trying to find? Area. So do we know the area yet? No. Give yourself a box underneath the A for area. What did they tell us to use for pi?
3.14.
So under the pi, what shall you write?
3.14.
Excellent. And we have agreed we're going to use radius squared. So inside of my parentheses, I will write the value of the radius. What is it again?
7.1.
7.1. And I will put it to the power of 2. When you type this into your online calculator, you will therefore find the numerical value for the area of the circle. Now, if your answer ends 2 digits after the decimal, will you need to round that? No. If it goes farther than 2 digits after the decimal, also known as the hundredths place, what will you have to do?
Round to the nearest.
Round to the nearest what? Hundredths.
Hundredths.
It tells you here this applies to numbers 1 through 7. That's why we're reminding you now. So for numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, if you must round, it will be rounded to the nearest what class? Hundredths place. All right, let's take a peek at item number 4. This time they ask you, what is the area of one side of the penny? Now, I had a student earlier, they misunderstood, and they thought they meant only this side of the face value of the penny. What they mean is they're showing you the heads side of the penny, so they want you to find the area for all of the heads side of the penny. Do you understand? Okay. So in order to find the area of just the heads side of the penny, what formula shall I write again? A equals,
Pi times
and this time let's use the other one. Pi times what? R times
R.
R. Excellent. Now, guys, do we know the area of the penny yet? No. So under the A, draw a what?
Box.
A box to represent where you will write the area once you find it. And then at the top of the page, did they tell us what to put in place of pi? What is it?
3.14.
Please write 3.14 in place of pi. Now, here's the next piece. Did they give you a value for radius? No, they did not. But did they give you a value for the diameter?
Yes.
Yes, they did. What can you do with the diameter to make it equal to the radius?
Cut it in half.
Divide it by 2, cut it in half. Both correct. So no joke. I'm going to show you what you could literally write down and what you could type in your calculator. How do I write 19 divided by 2 as a fraction?
19 over 2.
19 over 2. That's my radius value. Your calculator will do the work for you. And then what will I write for my next radius?
19 over 2.
Also 19 over 2. Do you guys understand? You do not have to do 19 divided by 2 separately and put that decimal here. You do not have to do 19 divided by 2 separately and put that decimal here. You can just use your calculator to do 3.14 times 19 over 2 times 19 over 2. Are you understanding what I'm telling you there? And then again, if you need to round it, what will you round it to? The nearest hundredths place. Excellent. All right, let's take a look at an item where they want to know the area of the pond on number 5. Mr. Ling is adding a pond in the shape of a semicircle in his backyard. Class, as you note, the shaded portion of this semicircle, is it a whole circle worth, 1/3, 1/2, or 1/4? Please say it.
1/2.
1/2. So when you realize that it's 1/2 of a circle, what formula for area do you think we should use? Should we use the same formula? Or should we tweak it just a little bit? Okay. What do you think we should start it with if we only want half of the circle's area? What fraction shall I begin this with? 1/2. Love your answers. Thank you, guys. 1/2 times, now give me the rest of the formula.
Pi times R to the second power.
Times R to the second power. So 1/2 times pi times R squared. Are you with me so far?
Yes.
Why did we choose to do 1/2? Because this section of a circle is equivalent to what of a whole circle? 1/2. So now I ask you, do we yet know the area?
No.
No. Draw a box under the A for area. Can we copy the fraction we have written? Please copy it. 1/2. According to the instructions above, what do they want us to write in place of pi?
3.14.
And am I multiplying, adding, subtracting, dividing? What am I doing? Multiplying. So I'm going to put that in parentheses, 3.14. And then my next piece, radius. Do they give me the radius?
Yes.
Yes, this time they do. So I'm looking at the radius. It is labeled as what? 8 3/4. So I will therefore write 8 3/4. If you wish to convert to decimal, you can. You do not have to. And then what exponent goes above my parentheses?
2.
A 2. Please make certain you never ever do times 2. That will give you the wrong area, won't it? So in a moment when I set you free, do you understand you will plug all of this into your calculator at one time?
Yes, ma'am.
It will give you an amount. If your amount does not go farther than the hundredths place, can you just keep that answer?
Yes.
Yes. If it does go farther than the hundredths place, what will you do?
Round to the nearest hundredth.
Round to the nearest hundredth. Guys, I want to show you an item several children struggled with earlier today, so I want to help set you up for success on number 7. A 16-inch pizza is cut into 8 equal slices. Class, please draw a circle right now. Draw a diameter through that circle and label that diameter with the number of inches the problem told you it was. Did the problem tell you how many inches the diameter is?
No.
It is 16. You might not know this about pizzas. When you order a 16-inch pizza, it does not mean it's 16 inches around in circumference. It actually means it's 16 inches from one side to the other when passing through the center point. Okay, so please label that with how many inches on the diameter? 16 IN. It is cut into 8 equal slices. So I'm going to go ahead and demonstrate. I do a vertical, a horizontal, and then a big X. Do we agree that's the best I can do to split it into 8 equal slices?
Yes.
And then we're going to act out if Thomas ate 3 slices. So guys, I'm going to draw an X inside of how many slices? 3. 1, that piece is gone. 2, that piece is eaten up. 3, now that piece is in Thomas's tummy. How many pieces did Thomas eat? 3. How many pieces were there in the whole pizza to begin with? 8. Write the fraction that you think represents the fractional amount of the whole pizza that Thomas did eat. Write it down first. What do you believe should be the numerator?
8.
What do you believe should be the denominator? Okay, a reminder, because I'm hearing some people get their numbers mixed up. Remember that the number of slices in a whole pizza is always your what? Numerator or denominator, class? Denominator. So put your 8 in the denominator spot. So now what number goes in the numerator? 3. Why? Because he ate 3 slices out of 8 equally sized slices. So what fraction of the circle did he eat? 3/8. So now, very much like we did with our 1/2 earlier on the semicircle, aren't we going to say area equals 3/8 times what next?
Pi times
Good.
R
Times pi times, let's do r times r this time. I want your brain understanding that when you do r squared, it's really r times r, isn't it? All right. So when you plug all of this in your calculator later, Okay, in place of the pi, what will you actually type?
3.14.
And in place of the radius, what will you actually type? Okay, you probably can mentally say 16 divided by 2 equals 8. And then again, in place of radius, 8. Do I have any questions on how you will solve item 7?
Nope.
All right, at this time, I would like you to go ahead and get busy on tonight's homework. I hope this helps.